What is good, internet? It is Spirit of Paradox here, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be covering the Ultimates issue number 5, and in this issue we get to see the new Ultimate Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not feeling this one. But before we start, I just want to say, if you guys are fans of the Ultimate Universe, this is the channel you want to be on. We cover the original and the new on the channel, so make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Let's begin. The story begins in the secret Stark satellite, aka the new Triskelion. Steve, we've got a problem. I'm listening. 5 months ago, a major Roxxon pipeline was catastrophically compromised in 4 places. The flow of crude has been turned off just before, thankfully. Huh, nice work. 4 months ago, a Roxxon worker camp was laid to waste in the night, mostly minor injuries, a few major. 1 month ago, a Roxxon refinery melted to slag. Workers described seeing arrows flying through the air just before the explosions. All that with arrows? I'm impressed. And Iron Lad's like, not arrows. A cutting-edge, self-printing, smart projectile weapon system of my own design. Arrows. Ugh. Look, Steve. I took a shot, but the man who was supposed to be the hero Hawkeye rejected our offer. Threw it in the trash can, you mean? And a random passerby picked it up. I'm not gonna lie, even if I was to reject that superhero life, there is no way I'm going to be throwing away advanced technology in the trash can. That's a little bit unrealistic there, but anywho. Tony, I'm not seeing the problem. This is what we wanted. Citizens taking up arms against the council and its allies, and its infrastructure. And Tony tells Steve, between running operations, Gamma Island reclamation, and repairing the Human Torch, I've been swamped. But I finally had a chance to run this person's numbers, and it doesn't look good, Steve. Their heroism score was in the bottom 10th percentile. Percentile? Never heard of that word before, but anywho. And on the villain potential index. And Steve lets Tony know, some things can't be captured in numbers, Tony. I thought you'd learned that after what happened last time. That's exactly why we have to get these weapons back. I can't be responsible for any unnecessary death. I can't, Steve. We're talking about arrows, Tony. Yes, Steve. Arrows that can follow a target 40 miles, cutting right angles at 3 times the speed of sound. Arrows that can blow holes in battleships and fry every electronic device for 200 yards. A properly trained man could take on an army with those arrows. Please, Steve. America is on a mission in Eurasia. Giant Man and Wasp are following a lead on another trapped hero, and Thor and Sif are, well, I don't know where they are. She-Hulk will only leave her island for direct strikes against the Council or rescue missions. And Doom is Doom. I need your help. I took a shot, Steve. I took a shot and I missed. Ugh, I'll take care of it. In the next page, we go to the Roxxon Refinery 15, 1.5 miles away from the Missouri River. And here we see Ultimate Captain America has found the new Hawkeye. So, they sent a cowboy, huh? As we see this Hawkeye use a repulsor arrow. But Ultimate Captain America's here to talk. Charlie Ramsey, you know why I'm here. You're one of those Ultimates, so, I don't know, To blow up a school or something? No, I think you know we don't do that. Besides, blowing things up seems to be your thing. But then, this Hawkeye goes on the offensive against Captain America and says, "Draw, cowboy," as firing one of their arrows at him, with Captain America narrowly missing it and says, "I'm a captain actually, Captain America." But this Hawkeye is very snarky and says, "Nah, you a cowboy Gary Cooper looking motherfucker, and I'm the Indian." Do you know what that makes us? But then we see Ultimate Captain America saw where the arrow was coming from, and then he blocks it with his shield, so basically completely deflecting the blast, and tells Hawkeye, "Sure, I get the reference. I know all about cowboys. My dad used to love those old movies. I seen 'em all. And they were all the same. Cowboys killing Indians, cowboys killing Indians." And we see this Hawkeye activate the Sonic Screamer arrow, and this manages to disorientate Captain America and causes his ears to bleed. Everybody cheers. But I love them too. It's fucked up, but I love them too, as we see she tries to go in for the final blow. Captain America manages to get up and tells Hawkeye, "Stop. I didn't come here to fight you. I need those weapons back. They're dangerous, and you can't be older than 16. How old were you when you put on that suit? Took a stand. And what do you know about this suit, or what it stands for?" says Captain America. "Different things, I guess, for you and me." But she makes an interesting point. So what? You get to be hero? Tony Stark gets to be hero. The guy who threw this stuff away gets to be hero, but me? I don't meet the criteria? I fail a test or something? We always fail their tests. The maths never works in our favor. Do you know what they do? These Roxxon energy partners, as she activates a cluster bomb arrow and shoots it at Captain America. They do whatever they want, as we see Captain America doing his best to dodge these cluster bombs. They flood plains, dig up our sacred ground, and they foul our water, as we see her activate multiple arrows this time. Knockout gas, freeze, and acid arrows, and fires all three of these arrows at Captain America, and while he's doing his absolute best to stay alive. They build these refineries and pipelines like it's a great black snake. Our stories, they say, will end everything. They take our whole world hostage, and when we protest, we stand up. They kill us, or throw us in jail, or force us from our land. And so, yeah, we have to fight. We have to. Roxxon, the North American Union, the United States of America, it's all the same bullshit. Cowboys and Indians. Trust me, those weapons, this life, it's a burden. You don't have to take it on. But I do. I had a vision. It was meant for me. As she activates interior cancelling arrow, and she shoots it at Captain America's shield, and it makes it drop to the ground. I saw a boy in the light. I heard what he said. Protect the innocent, save lives, and inspire civilians of the world to be their best selves. I had the vision. But Captain America lets her know that was just Tony, and he was talking to someone else, a potential hero named, I know, says Hawkeye. And she says, I am a member of the Oglala band, of the Lacto Nation. My government name is Charlie Ramsey, but my spirit name, my true name, is Charlie Hawk's Eyes. No, man. This ain't it, Chief. And then she activates an industrial taser arrow, and she shoots it at Captain America and says, You see? It was meant for me, as the arrow gets redirected and shoots Captain America in the back. You can't take it. I won't let you, she says. And again, she uses a different arsenal of arrows, such as the Razor and Neurodisruptor arrows. The ones who made this world, they didn't make it for people like me. So, sometimes you see something in an old movie or a vision or even a symbol, even though it wasn't made for you, you make it yours anyway. Because if you don't, how else are you going to be able to be anything in this world that they have made? I'm not stupid. I've seen Star Wars. I know it wasn't a spirit or something, just some arrogant kid. But it was my vision because I decided it was. And here we see her use the hunter killer arrow. Visions aren't about the messenger or even about the message. They're about the receiver. And as we see, Captain America's caught one of her arrows and breaks it in his hand, and he shouts enough as he throws his shield at her. I don't care if I had to dig my destiny out of a dumpster, it's still mine. And then we see crunch as it hits his shield hits her in the head and knocks her over. Ugh. Just like the movies, cowboy wins, Indian dies. Everybody cheers. No one's dying, and that's not cheering. Get up and use those eyes. This Hawkeye uses her eye goggles and zooms in, and then notices that they're completely surrounded by Roxxon armed guards. What the hell is this? I tried to tell you what you were doing was dangerous. That's a Roxxon cleanup crew, coming to erase us both like a couple of carpet stains. Mercenaries, basically. Roxxon hires them to secure mining operations in locations with high levels of local instability. I hear they were instrumental in putting down the Savage Land Revolt in the 1970s. I've been reading up on history. And she let Captain America know there's 1,000 of them. But he tells her, someone once told me that with the proper training, an operator could stop a small army with those weapons you're holding. So, I hope you've been practicing. And then we see Ultimate Captain America and this Hawkeye basically go to town on this Roxxon cleanup crew. Arrows in faces, guys are getting their heads kicked in. I really do like this image right here. Artwork is on point, I must say. And after some time has passed fighting, Captain America and Hawkeye are the last two standing, and he tells her, not bad, Hawkeye. Not bad at all. And Captain America tells her, we should get out of here. More will be coming. What about our fight? Don't you want your arrows back? No. I was never going to take them back. I just wanted to be sure I told Iron Lad. And what are you going to tell him? That he didn't miss. And hey, is your spirit name really Charlie Hawkeye's? Or Hawk's Eyes, I should say? You white people believe anything. Really? You white? I mean, I'm black, but really? You white people believe any that? Talk about being disrespectful. Unbelievable. What are we going to be doing about this? And here we find out that DaCosta and the Hulk were watching Captain America and Hawkeye take down those people. I didn't mind so much that they broke the neck of that solid gold cunt Midas. In fact, I thought it was quite funny. But now they're affecting my bottom line banner, and I can't have that. Roxxon is a vital part of my portfolio. And here we see Hulk put both of his hands on DaCosta's shoulders and says, "Calm down, DaCosta. You agreed to defer to me in this? Do you doubt my strong and steady hand?" And then DaCosta knows who's in charge, and he says, "No, I don't. I have studied these ultimates, gorillas, their strengths, their weaknesses, and their harmonious ideas." Sorry, I pronounced that word wrong. They utilized advanced Stark stealth technology. Their true identities are closely held secrets. If we crush 2 or 3, the others will go into the ground and gather their strength in the shadows. The ultimates operate as an insurgency. You can't destroy an insurgency piece by piece. So, what do you propose? Very simple. I'm going to kill them all at once. And that is where Ultimate issue number 5 ends, with 13 months remaining until the Maker returns. So, that was the Ultimates issue number 5, and we got the new Ultimate Hawkeye. And I've got to say, I don't actually like this issue, on many reasons. One is this particular new Hawkeye. First, I didn't like the design of the character, but I actually don't like the attitude of this character either. And one thing I have to say, I really cannot stand people who like to blame other races about their problems, or blame their life problems on other races. Like, I've noticed a lot nowadays, people just love to blame their problems on white people because it's the easiest thing to do, because nobody will get them in trouble for doing that. When I hear people that do that, I automatically dislike them. And I can really hear it with the whole cowboys and Indians and giving the characters race. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to discourage this character's history and their race or anything, but it's when you add a new character and you change their race or whatever, and the first thing you go and do is bring up social or race issues, it's so dead obvious on why this character was created. It's a Wokey or DEI creation. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like, you showed your hand too early, mate. And if you're gonna go on the internet and try and say that this is not, then why did you add the dialogue of "you white people believe anything"? Was that necessary? Like, I'm not white, I'm black, and I also live in the UK. So if anything, yes, I am a minority as well, but I cannot stand people who use race as a crutch for their failures in life. It's so irritating to listen to and read. So based on that alone, you don't have a good impression of me, or a good impression with me with this new character. It's when I hear social problems, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, move on. Like, I don't even want to hear it anymore. But other than that, like, the artwork was good. That some of the fight scenes were pretty bang on. And we also did get to see the tease towards, like, the new issue that we're going to be getting next month with Ultimate Hulk. This is my most anticipated issue of the new entire Ultimate Universe, because Ultimate Hulk for me was one of my favorite characters of the original. And to see how they've basically just cucked him, it's just so frustrating. So I'm really hoping that they, give us more of that Ultimate Hulk feel, because I just do not like the whole idea of a Hulk being a monk. It's like trying to mix oil with water. It doesn't mix to me, because it's like you're a Hulk. Like your whole premise, you getting angry, you turn into the Hulk, but you're being a monk where you're not supposed to be angry. It don't make sense. So hopefully with next issue we can actually get some Hulk, actual Hulk in the next issue. But based on this issue, it's not looking too good. But anyway, enough of all of that. I'm not too sure if I can recommend this issue, but if you guys still want to go and read it, go right ahead. But I don't think I can recommend this one. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. If you didn't, make sure you drop a dislike and let me know why you guys did or didn't like the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.